Are you feeling stuck in life because things aren't going according to your plans? Do you find yourself constantly striving for control and struggling to accept the uncertainties of the future? In today's video, we delve into the profound philosophy of Buddhism, focusing on the liberating concept of letting go of your plans to embrace the life that is meant for you. Lesson 1. Reflect on your true desires. One of the most important aspects of life is understanding what we truly want. Often, we are influenced by societal pressures, the expectations of others, or even our own misguided beliefs about success. We might spend years chasing goals we thought we needed, only to realize later that they didn't bring us the fulfillment we imagined. That's why it's so important to take the time to reflect on our true desires. In this reflection, it's essential to ask yourself what really matters to you. It's not about what society says you should achieve or what others expect of you. Instead, it's about identifying what genuinely brings you peace, joy, and a sense of purpose. This process of self-reflection helps us clarify the difference between surface-level desires and the deeper, more meaningful aspects of our lives. When we take the time to reflect, we start to see that many of the goals we set were based on temporary or superficial desires. For example, we might chase wealth, thinking it will solve all our problems, but then find that it only adds to our stress. Or we may seek approval from others, believing that external validation will make us feel worthy, but we quickly realize that it's never enough. By deeply reflecting on our desires, we start to understand what truly fulfills us at a deeper level. This might mean pursuing more meaningful relationships, seeking peace in simplicity, or focusing on personal growth instead of material success. However, this reflection is not easy. It requires honesty, patience, and a willingness to challenge the beliefs and expectations you've held for a long time. You might uncover that the life you've been striving for isn't aligned with your true self, and that can be a difficult realization. But it's also incredibly freeing. Reflecting on your true desires means you begin to let go of the plans you've made that were built on the wrong foundation. You stop chasing things that don't resonate with your inner values, and instead, you focus on living a life that is authentic and fulfilling. This is the first step in embracing the life that is truly meant for you. It's about recognizing that your plans don't always reflect your deepest needs, and that letting go of them can open the door to greater peace and contentment. Lesson 2. Acknowledge your attachment to control. Letting go of control is one of the most difficult challenges we face. In life, we often make detailed plans with the belief that we can control every outcome. We think that if we just work hard enough or plan thoroughly enough, everything will turn out exactly as we envisioned. But life, as we all know, doesn't work that way. The truth is, much of life is beyond our control. We can't predict every circumstance, change, or challenge that will come our way. And while planning is a useful tool, our attachment to the need for control often leads to unnecessary stress, frustration, and disappointment. This is because when we cling too tightly to our plans, we resist the natural flow of life. We end up fighting against the very changes that could lead us to a better path. One of the key teachings here is recognizing that control is often an illusion. We may think we have control, but unexpected events, health issues, the choices of others, and countless other factors are outside our grasp. Acknowledging this is not a sign of defeat, but a step toward wisdom and inner peace. It's also important to recognize why we feel such a strong need to control. For many of us, control is a way of managing our fear of the unknown. We believe that if we control every detail, we can avoid failure, pain, or disappointment. But this mindset often causes us more suffering because we can never truly have control over everything. By acknowledging our attachment to control, we open ourselves to the possibility of flexibility. We begin to understand that letting go of rigid plans doesn't mean giving up. Rather, it means allowing life to unfold in a way that is often beyond our imagination. When we stop trying to control everything, we leave room for unexpected opportunities, new experiences, and personal growth. This shift in mindset is essential for embracing the life meant for us. It allows us to live with greater ease and flow. Instead of seeing change or obstacles as failures of our control, we start to see them as part of the journey. We learn to trust that things will work out, even if they don't happen exactly as we had planned. Letting go of control helps us to release the tension we carry and live with greater peace and openness. Lesson 3. Practice acceptance of change. Change is one of the most constant and inevitable parts of life, yet many of us struggle to accept it. We become attached to the familiar, holding on to what we know, even if it no longer serves us. This resistance to change often causes us unnecessary suffering. When we don't accept change, we create friction between ourselves and the natural flow of life. Whether it's a job loss, the end of a relationship, or a major life transition, we often feel threatened by the uncertainty that change brings. But the reality is that change is not only unavoidable, but often necessary for our growth and development. Practicing acceptance of change is about understanding that life is always in flux. Nothing stays the same forever, and that's not something to fear, but something to embrace. Change can be uncomfortable, but it's often through these moments of discomfort that we learn the most about ourselves. When you practice acceptance of change, you stop fighting against reality. Instead of seeing change as a disruption to your plans, you begin to see it as an opportunity to grow. This doesn't mean that you won't feel sadness or discomfort when things don't go the way you expected, but it does mean that you won't let those feelings keep you stuck. One of the key lessons here is that change is often the catalyst for something better. Sometimes, the plans we've made don't work out because they weren't meant for us. Other times, life presents us with new paths that we hadn't considered, and they lead to unexpected blessings. But we can only recognize these opportunities if we're willing to accept change and let go of the need for things to stay the same. By practicing acceptance, you also learn to live more fully in the present. When you stop clinging to the past or worrying about the future, you free yourself to experience life as it is right now. And in doing so, you become more open to the possibilities that each moment brings. Accepting change doesn't mean you won't feel loss or disappointment. Those feelings are natural. But when you practice acceptance, you don't let those feelings control you. You acknowledge them, learn from them, and move forward with a sense of peace, knowing that change is a part of the journey. Lesson 4. Identify your core values. One of the most important steps in letting go of your plans and embracing the life meant for you is identifying your core values. Your core values are the guiding principles that shape your decisions, actions, and overall outlook on life. When you live in alignment with these values, you experience a sense of fulfillment and peace. But when you stray from them, you may feel disconnected, stressed, or unhappy. To identify your core values, ask yourself what truly matters to you. What are the qualities and principles that you want to embody in your life? These values might include compassion, integrity, honesty, freedom, or creativity. The key is to focus on values that resonate deeply with who you are, rather than what you think you should value based on societal expectations or external pressures. Once you've identified your core values, you can begin to align your life with them. This might mean reevaluating your current goals, relationships, or career choices. Are the things you're pursuing truly in line with your values, or are they driven by fear, pressure, or external validation? When your actions don't align with your core values, it's easy to feel unfulfilled or out of balance. By identifying your core values, you gain clarity about what's most important to you. This clarity helps you let go of plans that don't serve your higher purpose. It also allows you to make decisions that are more authentic and meaningful. Instead of being swayed by what others expect of you, you start to live in a way that feels true to yourself. Living in alignment with your core values also brings a sense of inner peace. You no longer feel the need to chase after goals that don't resonate with you. Instead, you focus on what brings you true joy and fulfillment. And when life throws unexpected changes your way, you're better equipped to handle them because your sense of self is grounded in your values, not external circumstances. Identifying your core values is an essential step in embracing the life meant for you. It's about understanding what truly matters to you and letting go of the things that don't. When you live in alignment with your values, you experience a greater sense of purpose, fulfillment, and peace. And in doing so, you open yourself to a life that is more authentic and meaningful. Lesson 5. Recognize fear-based decisions. Fear is a powerful emotion that often drives our decisions without us even realizing it. Whether it's the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, these fears can lead us to make choices that are more about protecting ourselves than pursuing what's truly meant for us. Recognizing when your decisions are based on fear is a crucial step in letting go of plans that aren't aligned with your true self. When fear drives your decisions, you limit yourself. You stay within the boundaries of what feels safe, even if it means sacrificing your true desires. But the truth is, living a life based on fear rarely brings fulfillment. It might bring temporary security, but in the long run, it leaves you feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from your true self. Recognizing fear-based decisions also requires you to confront your fears head-on. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate fear entirely. That's not realistic. Fear is a natural part of life, and it often arises when we're stepping out of our comfort zones. But what's important is learning to make decisions in spite of fear, rather than letting it control you. When you start to recognize fear-based decisions, you can begin to let go of the plans that are rooted in fear. You stop making choices that are about avoiding discomfort, and you start making choices that are about pursuing what's truly meaningful to you. This shift in mindset is incredibly liberating because it allows you to live with more authenticity and courage. Letting go of fear-based decisions also helps you to trust yourself more. You start to believe that you are capable of handling whatever challenges come your way, even if things don't go according to plan. This trust in yourself is essential for embracing the life meant for you. It allows you to take risks, pursue your passions, and live with greater freedom and joy. Lesson 6. Trust the process. Trusting the process is about having faith that life will unfold as it's meant to, even if you can't always see the bigger picture. It's about letting go of the need to control every outcome and instead trusting that everything is happening for your highest good. This doesn't mean that everything will always go smoothly or according to plan. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and there will be times when things don't go the way you hoped. But trusting the process means that you have faith that even in the challenges, there are lessons to be learned and opportunities for growth. One of the key aspects of trusting the process is patience. Often, we become frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like, or when we encounter obstacles along the way. But just because something isn't happening on your timeline doesn't mean it's not happening at all. Sometimes, the things we want most take time to unfold, and in the meantime, we're being prepared for what's to come. Trusting the process also requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing obstacles as setbacks, you begin to see them as part of the journey. You start to understand that even when things don't go according to plan, there's a reason for it. Maybe there's something you need to learn, or maybe the timing just isn't right yet. When you trust the process, you stop resisting the challenges and start embracing them as opportunities for growth. This mindset shift allows you to live with greater peace and ease. You no longer feel the need to force things to happen or stress over every detail. Instead, you trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Trusting the process is also about letting go of the need for instant gratification. In a world where we're used to getting what we want right away, it can be difficult to be patient and trust that things will happen in their own time. But when you trust the process, you understand that good things take time, and that everything will come together when the time is right. Letting go of your plans and embracing the life meant for you requires a deep trust in the process of life. It's about having faith that even when things don't go according to plan, everything is happening for a reason. When you trust the process, you live with greater peace, patience, and openness to the possibilities that life has to offer. Lesson 7. Embrace the unknown as part of growth. One of the most challenging aspects of life is embracing the unknown. As humans, we tend to seek certainty and security. We want to know what's going to happen next, and we often feel uncomfortable when we don't have a clear plan or outcome in sight. But the truth is, the unknown is an inevitable part of life. No matter how much we plan, we can never predict exactly how things will unfold. Embracing the unknown is about letting go of the need for certainty and learning to find peace in the uncertainty. It's about recognizing that the unknown is not something to fear, but something to embrace as part of your growth. The unknown is often where the greatest opportunities for growth and transformation lie. When you step into the unknown, you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into a space where anything is possible. It's in these moments of uncertainty that we learn the most about ourselves and discover new strengths and abilities. Embracing the unknown also allows you to live with greater freedom and openness. When you let go of the need to know exactly how everything will turn out, you free yourself from the limitations of your own expectations. You become more open to new experiences, new opportunities, and new ways of thinking. One of the key lessons here is that the unknown is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced as part of your journey. Life is full of surprises, and it's often in the moments when we don't know what's going to happen next that we experience the most growth and transformation. By embracing the unknown, you also develop a deeper sense of trust in yourself and in life. You begin to believe that no matter what happens, you have the strength and resilience to handle it. This trust allows you to live with greater courage and confidence, knowing that even in the uncertainty, you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way. Letting go of your plans and embracing the life meant for you requires a willingness to step into the unknown. It's about letting go of the need for certainty and finding peace in the uncertainty. When you embrace the unknown as part of your growth, you open yourself to new possibilities and live with greater freedom, trust, and joy. Letting go of your plans to embrace the life meant for you is not about giving up on your dreams or ambitions. It's about recognizing when your plans are no longer serving you and being willing to let go in order to live a life that is more authentic and fulfilling. By reflecting on your true desires, acknowledging your attachment to control, practicing acceptance of change, identifying your core values, recognizing fear-based decisions, trusting the process, and embracing the unknown, you can let go of the plans that no longer serve you and embrace the life that is truly meant for you. This journey requires courage, trust, and an open heart, but in the end, it leads to a life of greater peace, joy, and fulfillment.